Creating models in Blender manually is too much work, especially if you're not into 3D modeling. Let's bypass that. Hey, and welcome to Blending FX. As primarily an After Effects user, I do occasionally need 3D models and have been disappointed with Cinema4D Lite. So I've been learning Blender and hopefully sharing what I know with you. Earlier in this series, I modelled an asteroid manually in Blender. I did this to show the various modelling tools Blender provides, which makin have removed from C4D Lite. But that episode strayed into how to become a 3D artist territory, and really, it's not what I want to become. So in this episode, I'm going to use other tools in Blender to create an asteroid field quickly and simply. I should point out I'm adapting August Render's minute tutorial here. I just had to ride the pause button. But this approach is their work though, and it's only right to credit them. First off, I need a rocky texture. Here's the same photo I used from my Making a Planet tutorial. In Photoshop, I cropped it to square and shifted the edges around to make a seamless texture. I did that by duplicating the layer, dragging each off to one side, and then after merging the layer, made a selection for the new edge and used Fill Content Aware to blend the edges. After doing the vertical sides, I repeated the process for the top and bottom. Holding Shift while dragging the layers ensures they didn't drift from their shared centers. And I'm in no way an expert in Photoshop, there might be a simpler process, but I know that bringing the edges to the middle and blending them, the edges should now meet without a seam when wrapping around a sphere. Speaking of which, over to Blender. We'll use the starting cube, but delete the camera and light for now. Then expand the cube in the object panel and click on the material. Rename this to Asteroid Material if you like, and then switch to the shading layout. In the properties panel, click on the little camera icon, which is the render properties, and change the renderer to cycles. Then click on the material settings icon, the little Pixar ball thing, scroll down and expand settings, and change the displacement type from bump to displacement and bump. In the node panel, click the add button, then go to texture, image texture. Click open and load in your seamless image. And now go back to add and go to vector, bump. Click on the image texture's color dot and draw a line to the height dot on the bump node, and then draw a second line to the BDSF's color. And then draw another line on the bump's right hand normal dot to the normal dot on BDSF. And then on BDSF's roughness slider, drag that all the way up. Now switch back to the modeling layout. Then click on the spanner icon to see the modifiers. Click Add Modifier and choose Array. This is making duplicates of the cube. Increase the number of duplicates, and I've chosen to spread them out on the Y-axis. Remember, in Blender, unlike every other program, Y is depth and Z is vertical. Blender bros, if you're watching this and getting annoyed, go watch someone else's tutorial. This is for After Effects dudes. Make sure you're in object mode, and click on the drop down next to the array modifier and choose Apply. This converts the array into a model. Right click on the model in Blender's equivalent of the comp window and choose Shade Smooth. Switch to edit mode and then right click on the model and this time choose Subdivide. Expand the almost hidden pop-up. Increase the smoothness and adjust the fractal value to create randomness in shapes. The modifiers section should still be visible, so add a new modifier, this one called Subdivision Surface, which rounds off all those spiky edges. And that's pretty cool right there. If you have followed this video so far, please consider hitting the like button, and maybe if you stumbled across my video, you'd think about hitting subscribe. Don't hit subscribe if you're already subscribed though. I mean, that clearly happens a lot. People accidentally unsubscribing when I've made a subscription request. It's the only explanation I can think of for not having millions of subs. Now, right click on the cubes again, and this time go to Separate, Loose Parts. This splits the cubes into individual rocks. and make sure you're in object mode. Then tap A to select all the rocks. Click on the object menu, Set Origin. Origin to Geometry. This centers the anchor point for each rock on itself instead of on the first rock. Now go to Add, Mesh, Cube, and make a very large cube. This will be the container for your asteroid field. Make it as large as you need. Click on the name and rename it to My Container, and drag it out of the collection. Find the Particle Properties option, it sort of looks like an arrow, and click on the plus button. Switch to Hair, expand Render, and change Render As to Collection, and then drag in the collection from the Object panel. Mess with the scale and scale random to create, well, randomness. In Emission, expand Source and change Emit From to Volume. And if I just roll the mouse wheel to dolly in, you can see a full, complex asteroid field. At the top of this panel, just underneath the hair toggle, check the Advanced button. And a new section has appeared called Rotation. Expand and check the rotation box, and then adjust the phase, which creates random rotations. Switch to the Materials section and create a new material. Click on the Surface box and choose Transparent BSDF. Switch to the Shading layout and you can see that the big cube has disappeared. I've covered rendering in another video, so I'll just point out that I still have my line of icons visible. Using these two icons, I can control their visibility. And that's it! Like I said in the interface video, there's a steep learning curve, but hopefully I've softened it a little. Right, now time to get back to rounding rectangles, CC particle, world, and expressions. That's way easier, right?